Hello and welcome back once again to our frozen biome, our chilly corridors, our hoar-frosted hovel. Am I reaching too far there? Anyway, welcome back to Iceland, aka Rime, no reason. I am Jake, the fake Jake, and today we're doing kind of a more chillaxed adventure. Most of what we're going to be seeing today is a lot of housekeeping and just getting some situations under control. There's not a lot of new builds going on. There's just a quality of life build, something to help our duplicants explore a bit more. In fact, we actually do some more exploring here. You can see here I'm starting to get the idea of a duplicant housing project underway, because by the end of today we will have 9 duplicants in our base, and after a minor food shortage, we will have the necessary means to keep them sustained. So as we're looking at this, we can see that my water system is working as intended. This does come up in a little bit later. There was an issue with some of the flow not flowing properly after I install a second farm. So I had to go ahead and fix that. But for the most part, everything is looking fairly good. The temperature above the arbor trees is still not up yet, unfortunately. So my ethanol production still isn't available yet. Hoping to get that sorted out shortly. I don't choose a dupe here, I don't think. I think I just go with the copper. Yep, look at me go. And then we're off to the races. Now, the next bit is going to be time-lapsed, so I'm going to try and keep up with what's going on. But I go ahead and cancel this. I'm putting in just a temporary airlock because I'm hoping to find a way to generate plastic soon, and that will give me the ability, to get a steam turbine going so I can tame that volcano before I tap into it. You can see there I'm starting to put an airlock in the bottom. That's because I want to adventure downwards and see what's going on further down, which is what we start doing here. Now, this is a pretty standard exploration. Just get down to the lower levels, mine out some obsidian for our building project, and then we'll start digging our way down. There is an issue, though. We find something hidden amongst the rocks below, and we'll get to that in a second. Also, you can see here that I noticed some overheating issues happening in the base, and I noticed that we're running low on water. And I don't like that. So what I'm doing here is I'm mining a ton of ice, about 19 tons, actually, by the time I get done with it, for the express purpose of putting it in my lake and trying to melt it to get more water into the base. By the time that this episode ends, it has not yet melted, despite being over freezing temperature. It is, I believe, 1 degree centigrade by the end of the session, which is a bit awkward. But we do have our duplicate housing template, and we are slapping that down as we get new dupes in, getting that all set up and looking snazzy. You can see here I'm starting to put in that second farm, and this is just, I was just hoping, really just wishing on a prayer that it would work without having to run plumbing and everything. But alas, we are not that lucky. You can see there I had a hypothesis where I was going to be like, well, I could start bringing in polluted water from up there and I could filter it for more water. And honestly, I'm probably still going to do that. We don't have a water filtration system up and running yet, and that is a tragedy. Honestly, it needs to be taken care of. So we'll be getting that set up probably in the next build, I imagine. Water filtration will be good to go there. noticed I ran out of coal, so everything in my base shut down. So this is the dupes going out and getting ourselves some emergency coal. Now, spoiler alert, for the next couple of minutes, we do find ourselves a bit of an additional energy reserve where there is something lurking below the base. Let's just say it's a vent full of some very abundant gas that we end up using as a power source. Let's see here. Yep, just making sure plumbing is working. I'm taking care of some wiring issues I'm having. I think I get rid of basically the whole setup down there to try and get that liquid loop flowing properly, which I mess up the first time and end up having to go back and redo it again because I was letting too much water flow through the farm, and I was actually overheating the plants rather than underheating, rather than just getting them to the proper temperature. So I went through, changed some stuff, changed the automation of the pipe layout, got it sorted, and then spent about 5 minutes tinkering with the temperature to make sure it didn't overheat the plants. But I think we're about to see what's going on down below. So let's cut. You can see that we have accidentally found ourselves a bunch of coal, which is what I was looking for. But then I notice a little bit of an issue below. Something seeping into the base from below. There's a bit of a gas issue in our base. Hydrogen, specifically. And hydrogen is, it's great to have around. But we had something like 6 kilograms of hydrogen down there at the point where it erupted. Oh, and I do mean erupted. The hydrogen, it's a hydrogen vent right below the base. So we have basically a hella good source for power going on, or starting from here on out. If I will ever get done with this damn coal, just leave it be. It's fine. Go deal with the hydrogen, dude. Yeah, just go deal with the hydrogen. Go down and deal with the I'll be back in a second. All right, so you can see that we are now back, and you can see the hydrogen. It is everywhere, and I am in the process of attempting to put in an airlock and an oxygen mask system. I also have an oxygen mask system planned, if not started at this point, for the top of the base. And what I'm doing here is I have to deconstruct. I end up deconstructing the airlock like 3 times or something because I'm an idiot. You have to run a cable first for the airlock, or else the dupes can't reach inside of it for some reason. And it does require power. It's the downside of this mod for that airlock, is that it does require power, but small price to pay for gases not leaking through without having to the hassle of a liquid lock, which I prefer because I've never been very good at making liquid locks. It's a personal thing. I get it. It's a failing. It's my own. I'll also begin to build the collection system up here at the top and a automatic door for the hydrogen vent, so that when the hydrogen is under, I think it was 3 kilograms or something silly like that, I changed it later, of atmospheric pressure by the vent, the door would automatically open and it would release the stored hydrogen so that the air pressure in there is always relatively tame, so the dupes don't, pop their eardrums constantly when they go in and out. Anyway, I will pick back up in a moment. Enjoy this jazzy music, because you should take some time to yourself and enjoy some jazzy music. Be back in a second. once again we come to a moment in time where we must leave each other. The base, as much as we found it, a few more niceties, a bit more secure, slightly warmer, a more renewable power source than mining all of the coal in the local vicinity. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Toodles.